Hi, I'm Leanne Ely. I'm a nutritionist, a New York Times best-selling author, and some people even say I'm a life coach. I started the Daily Dish Show to share my story, my truth, and my journey to vibrancy, and to inspire others to do the same. Because it's all about grit, perseverance, and finding a way despite the odds. It's about embracing the whole woman, not just the parts that are easy to love, and feeding her heart, mind, body, and soul. But I found that this isn't just my story, it's your story too. It's go time. This is the Daily Dish. So yesterday we talked about digging into who we are by using our journal to help us to get over the humps of what's going on the inside of our heads. And I just want to say this, I'll make a differentiator for you right now. When we are journaling, and I know people are like, yeah, journaling, whatever. When we're journaling, we're taking all of this muddled confusion and basically throwing it up onto paper. It's important for us to do this because getting it out of our heads oftentimes clears the way so that we can start connecting the dots. There are things that we just don't see. There's perspectives that we don't realize that we have until we finally make a decision that it's time to cut loose, cut some of this stuff loose. This doesn't work for me anymore. I don't need to be doing this anymore. That's what we talked about yesterday. We talked about how journaling does this. And I'm going to take it a step further because I believe that journaling is not just a chronicling of your life. It's not just your memoirs, but it's things that you think about that stick in your heart and soul. Things that you think about probably on repeat and you're just not even aware of it, that just kind of get in the way of what it is that you want to do. Self-defeating behavior, self-defeating thoughts that and belief systems that are completely whacked out, that have nothing to do with the way you want to live your life, but have everything to do with holding you back. And we don't connect the dots to that stuff. And that's why this is so critical. That's why we need to go past that and into a whole different mindset. We can't do that when we've got all this old clutter all over the place. And we've talked about this before. If you're going to build a house and you walk onto the property, you don't just walk onto the property and start laying the foundation. You prepare the land first. That's exactly what you're doing when you are journaling. You're preparing the landscape, if you will, of your brain, of your mind, to get ready, to purposely go out and to start creating that life that you want to live. And when you find yourself out of alignment, it's glaring because you've been talking about this and you've been thinking about this forever, and here it is in black and white right in front of your eyes. And when we use this pencil, there is something that happens that's magical. There is a connection between this thumb and the opposing finger right up to your brain. This is why I always ask you to handwrite your notes out instead of just typing on the computer, because there's a deeper connection that happens, deeper. And I want you to have that deep connection, because when you have a deep connection to what it is that you're writing about, you're going to see it in a completely different light. And when you have a deep connection, you're going to start looking, and the things that are outstanding in your life, as in good, are going to shine, and you're going to see them because here they are in black and white. And the things that are glaringly out of place, you're going to see them because they are there in black and white, written out in your own hand for you to see. Can you see the connection to all of this? Can you see why journal writing is so important? Why it's a daily thing? Now, I'm going to just tell you about what I do, because I want you to understand that this doesn't have to take up your entire morning. When I first started this practice, I was doing my meditate. I had the whole thing written out, right? Meditate, and then I'm going to hydrate, and then I'm going to do my journaling, and then I'm going to do my reading, and it took an hour, and then it was maybe a 2-hour thing, and nobody has this kind of time. I gotta work. I've got things to do. So lately, the way that I have done this is I've done it in shifts. I have a 15-minute meditation, and I pop right away after I'm done with that, I go right into my journaling, and I write something that makes me inspired, that or rooting something out of my life. So here's something that I wrote. This is a while ago that I'm going to read to you, as I want you to see how journaling works. My habits identify me, not my words. My habits are also my example for thousands of women who want to live vibrant lives. If I'm not the embodiment of that which I promote and sell, then I'm a liar and a profiteer of false hope, and am just as guilty as those who sell the stuff that I hate. I'm telling you, I don't pussyfoot around with myself either, right? So, who I am shows up in what I do and not what I say. Stay the course, Leanne. This is me. You know why? Because I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to do all the things that I tell you to do. I take all the supplements that I tell you to take. I do the things that I tell you to do. I do not want to be out of my own integrity, and I don't want to be out of congruency with my own life. I don't. That said, I want you to understand right now today, I do not have a perfect body. I do not have everything perfectly under control, but I am living my excellent life. I am doing things excellently, and when things are out of whack, I go back and correct them. I have the eye to see that. The only reason I have an eye to see that is because of the practice of journaling, because journaling lays it out all naked and flat. You see all of it. Here's what I wrote today. And if you saw yesterday's video, you know that the synchronicity of things that happen and the absolute, blessedness of things just sort of happening for you. You know what a cool thing that is, right? So yesterday I was explaining how I have been saying, and I have it written on my wall and I have it written everywhere, I am an athlete, because athletes do things differently, right, than us regular folks. And if I want to be athletic, then I need to be like an athlete. So here is exactly the thing that I put together. And this is what I said. I am an athlete. I train like one, I eat like one, and I think like one. That was in my journal today. Based on what happened yesterday when I was on my little Peloton doing all the things and saying this is so hard. And you know what? Here's the thing that you need to know about that. When you connect with the thing that you want, you start writing about the thing that you want, all of these little tiny things start to happen in your life and connect the dots. The evidence for the thing that I was searching for, that I want to be, that I am putting my energy into, showed up yesterday in this, doing a Jess King workout that I've never worked out with her before. And there she is. She said, say this to yourself. I am an athlete. And I about fell off that bike. Yes, I am. I am an athlete. Keep going, Jess. My arms are dying. Keep going. I'm going to do this. I did it anyway. Did it hurt? Yep. Was it hard? You betcha. Did I do it anyway? You better believe it. Damn straight. You know why? I'm an athlete. I train like one, I eat like one, and I think like one. And it started here in my journal. Have I made the case for having a journal yet? Do you feel it? Thanks for the 100 stars, whoever sent them to me. Thank you. I also wrote, I am whole and healed, because that is who I am. And I say this because I'm speaking to my thyroid. I'm speaking to my gallbladder. I'm keeping my parts. I want to keep all my parts. And anytime I've had a glitch or whatever, and the doctors are always whatevering me, would do this and do that, well, forget you. Really, do you really need to take out my gallbladder? Or is it my gallbladder having an issue? Well, it's still healthy. You have some gallstones. It's going to happen again. Is it? Or can I work with my own body to not have that happen again? Good grief. I know what it feels like to have a gallbladder attack. And if it did, I'd go back to the doctors and see them. But I'm not going to let them randomly take out my gallbladder. I want to keep it. And guess what? 10 years later, I still have my gallbladder. And no gallbladder attacks, by the way, because I figured out what not to eat and what not to do. Bingo. Hello, we're smart, and our bodies are smart. And when we work together in alignment with them, there you go. That's what happens. The other thing that I wrote is I'm reveling in my wholeness, my athleticism, and nothing is going to hold me back. Do you like that? You know why I said that? Because I need this in my life. I put the things that I need in my life, and it starts here in my journal. I am consistent. I am unstoppable. I am the daughter of the Most High King, and I show up that way each and every day. When I come here to this to do my show, and I get ready to prepare, I say a little prayer. I say a little prayer for you and for me, that my intention will show up, that what I'm saying will have an impact, that I can be an instrument of peace, that I can be a mouthpiece for something that you need to hear right now. A journal does that for you. A journal is a tool. It's one of the tools in your toolbox. It is overlooked. And I don't want you to overlook it anymore. I want you to take it out and just write something. Something stupid if you want to. Just something like, here I am, I'm journaling. What's this about? You know, I don't know what she's talking about. That's fine. But your journal is a tool that each day will bring you back from living your life on autopilot and put you into the place of here I am. I show up for my journal. I write out what I need to write out, and I connect with those things that need to be connected with. That is what it does. So that you don't go through life and all of a sudden at the very end say, what the heck just happened here? You don't want to come to the end of your days and just think, you know, all I did was schlep kids and you know, clean toilets. There's more to you than that. And this is how you get yourself into the place of connecting with your life and connecting with your head and connecting with how you feel and connecting with your spirit. All of this is important. And this is where you get to chronicle the magic moments that happen in your life. This is where you get to harness that momentum and write down those cornerstone times in your life where you just absolutely had victory, or those miserable times where you absolutely failed, so you don't do it again. And when you do that, then you go back and you take a look and you see what happened here. You underline it, you highlight it, you put gold stars, you put a tab, whatever it is that you need to do. But this is the stuff that feeds, this is our own feedback. This is biofeedback, and it's cheap. You know, I buy my journals at the dollar store. I have a stack of them. They're all ready, so I can use the next one. And then if you don't want to keep your journals anymore, go through and grab the highlights and then take that and then go burn the heck out of it in your backyard or something, or your fireplace, or whatever lights you up, or shred the heck out of it. I don't care. But what I do care about is you. I care about what you think and what you feel. I care about the stuff that's holding you back. And I'm inviting you to this place of finding out more about yourself. Because you know what? And I wrote this right here. You're the best authority on yourself. You are. But until you get out from underneath the clutter that's up here, you're not going to be able to get to the place of actually having these victories in your life. But I believe with all of my heart that you're very capable, that you have every advantage and every opportunity to do this. I believe that. Nothing needs to hold you back. Nothing. That you can have exactly what it is that you want if you're willing. If you're willing to go to this place, if you're willing to journal for yourself, if you're willing to check in with yourself on a daily basis and make sure that you're in alignment with the things that you want. Just remember this, that your energy goes to where the things that you're thinking about. That's where your energy is flowing. Everything. What you think about expands. What you dwell upon becomes your destiny. It's the truth. And this journal is one of the biggest tools, one of the biggest needle movers to help you go to that place of understanding what you're all about, what you want to keep, what you want to get rid of, and how you can keep moving the ball down the field. You have every capability of doing that. You do. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. That's what I have for you today. I'm just telling you, get out there and journal. Get out there and share with yourself all of this business, because these are the needle movers in your life. This is the dot connector. Hand to God. Wouldn't lie to you. Peace be with you. Bye. Thank you for joining me today. You can find me on TikTok for daily tips to help support your most vibrant life. And remember, you are the author of your own story. Until next time.